Okay. Let me get everything situated the way she needs to be situated. Before I take my shoes off. Get real comfy, you know what I mean? Let me get comfy up in this bitch. Okay. Okay, so bitch, here's what I want to talk about on today's installment of The Table Motherfucking Read, bitch. So there's a lot that I probably could talk about with this particular weekend that just went by. But one thing I want to focus on, because maybe I'll talk about the rest on the podcast. It just depends on how I'm feeling. But I'm preparing a lot of plates on today, and I'm going to actually just serve them all to you all at once, like Whitney Houston girl, just to give it to you the way it needs to be given. But, so over the weekend I had hung out with my Judy. And to make a long story short, we had an amazing time. And there's so much about that evening that I want to talk about, but I'm going to focus on this one particular aspect of the evening just to serve you this quick plate, this appetizer, to lead you into the actual entree on a later date. But we went out, we had drinks, we had cocktails, we had a good motherfucking time. We had some breakthroughs, not just with each other, which, I mean, I love getting drunk with her and smoking with her because, bitch, we always have a good time and it's no shade. But girl, what happened was we had drunk, we were having margaritas, and we got drunk, and then we came back to his house where his boyfriend was, and she had invited a bunch of girls over to her house. Now she said, girl, no shade, let's just go and maybe we could drink some more at the house and maybe we can smoke, whatever, we'll just see how we feel. And so when we got there, okay, it was a lot of girls up in there. It was a lot of girls up in her house. And I was just like, okay, girls, because I don't like having those many girls up in my house, especially if I don't know them all. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't have integrity, Miss Thing. And if they see some jewelry lying around, which by the motherfucking way, oh my God, I don't know how I forgot to say this or how I was about to forget. Girl, he found my dad's ring. One of the two. This is the important one. They're both important, but this is the one that I really wear all the time because this is the one that has more meaning behind it for me. But the point is, girl, she found it because her boyfriend found it, and then he made a joke, was like, oh, you guys, such and such proposed to me. He proposed. And he looked at the ring and he said, bitch, take that shit off. He said, why? He said, bitch, because that's Quadir's. And girl, she's been looking for that ring. And girl, I thought I lost it. And girl, that's it. So take her off. So girl, she did deliver her from Eva, girl. She did deliver for me and give me back my goddamn ring after a century waiting for her, girl. Millennia. Okay, girl, we've been waiting millennia for this ring, but I digress. So anyway, so I got my ring back and I'm so excited about that. But in any case, let me tell you what happened. And I found this to be hilarious, but this is just me. So shut up. That's a mistake off to the side. No shade. But so, okay, we're at the event, or at his house. It wasn't even an event, but, you know, we're at his house and we're drinking, whatever. And his boyfriend pulls out a blunt. So, you know, I'm like, okay, girl, who is it? Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Like, I was like, okay, girl, well, let's get the party started if that's how you feel about it. So, pulls out the blunt, or passing the blunt around. So now I'm really feeling myself at this point like Beyonce and Nicki Minaj, girl, no shade. I'm feeling myself and I'm really getting into it. And so there was this one guy who I had met at his house one time before. He's real cute. Everybody thinks he's so cute. Everybody wants to be with him. Well, I don't know about everybody wants to be with him, but everybody thinks he's cute because he is cute. But somebody had told me that he was 22. Now, at the time, when they told me he was 22, I believed it. Because, I mean, why would somebody lie about that? But girl, I guess the older we get, girl, I guess I'll run into more girls that lie about their age. But to me, it's not really that big a deal because, bitch, I'll be proudly whatever age I am so long as I'm where I want to be in life, girl. Because to me, the age don't really mean nothing because that's not exclusive. All these girls are going to get old, Miss Thing. It's not like it's exclusive to you, to where you're the only girl aging, Miss Thing. Every day, all the children are getting older. So to me, I wouldn't have no shame in getting older. The shame comes in where you're a certain age and you feel like you haven't done shit. That's when you start to be embarrassed. Like, bitch, I should be a lot further than I am. But that's a whole other conversation for another day. That being said, I saw her and I was told that she was 22 and all the girls were like, oh, she's the baby of the group, so forth and so on. Okay. So, you know, at one point in the conversation, it felt like I was doing a stand-up bit. I don't even know how I got to this point, but some kind of way I started like feeling myself, and bitch, I just had the whole entire room of queens cackling because I was doing I don't know who it was. Oh, you know what it was? It was Remy Ma and Nicki Minaj. I was just reading both of them. I was like, well, bitch, they're both corny. I said, girl, they're both serving me a meal that I sent back to the chef, girl, and neither one of them seemed to be able to pull it together because, bitch, at the end of the day, girl, I said, Remy, no shade. What's your, you know, don't get me wrong, I don't like Nicki Minaj like that. But the gag is, bitch, you're just using Nicki Minaj the same way Nicki Minaj Minaj used Lil' Kim, girl. You have an issue with her because you want to use her name to propel yourself, girl. But there really was no real tea there. There really was no real drama because I never actually heard Nicki Minaj come for Remy Ma. I feel like she fabricated a story just so that she could make that song, just so that she could turn around and have get some publicity over top of her name because her Pampoose or whatever that album that she came out with Fat Joe, girl, I think what it was is, girl, the girls really weren't featuring her like that. Maybe they did feature her, but I never heard of her. Up until this drama happened is when I heard that she even had an album. I knew she was on that show, the reality show, the Love and Hip Hop Girls, but at the same time, I didn't know she had released no new album. So anyhow, I was just reading her into oblivion. I said, girl, I was just reading them into oblivion, and the girls were just cackling and getting their life. So then, at some point, maybe somebody mentioned the Spice Girls. Maybe somebody had thrown the Spice Girls into the mix. I don't know how we went from Remy to Spice Girls, but we did. And so, there was this one queen in there. And the girl had maybe said something like, oh yeah, I remember when they came out, and this, that, and forth. And then one girl looked at her and was like, you were alive when the Spice Girls were out? And I'm looking at her like, bitch, don't try it. Because, bitch, the way she came at it was like, for her to say it like that means she must have been born like 98 or something. So that, number one, you too young to be up in the mix with grown folks like that, girl. Like, clearly your brain is too young to process what to say and what not to say, bitch. Because don't come up in here trying to make everybody who's clearly around the same age feel like they're old when you are the bitch. Okay, let me I'm getting ahead of myself. So she said, you were alive when the Spice Girls came out? Like it was Diana Ross and the Supremes, bitch. Girl, don't do it, bitch. Because, good and goddamn well, yeah, maybe it was a while ago since the Spice Girls came out, girl, but stop acting like it's Sam Cooke or the goddamn Temptations, bitch. Okay, Gladys Knight and the Pips. That's what she was acting like. Like, oh my God. Like, she was making these faces like, oh my God, are you cereal? And I'm looking at her like, bitch. And so the girl who I thought was 22, who everybody thinks is 22, I said, girl, let me pull you to the side. I said, cause bitch, I know that I'm high. I said, so I know I'm fixing to be reckless. I said, so let me just tell it to you instead. Cause she also was a fan of my work. Cause the first time I met her, she didn't tell me at first that she was a fan, but then later on in the evening, she said, bitch, I just got to give you accolades because, bitch, no shade. Girl, I'm a fan, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And what I guess what she liked about me was the fact that I didn't carry. But, girl, I never carry, bitch. Like, I don't have to lead, oh, do you know who I am? Because, bitch, if you don't know who I am by the end of the night, girl, you will. And, girl, you're going to get your life, girl. So just enjoy this moment and let's celebrate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, together. Not as me being here and you being, like, somewhere else, bitch. I'm saying together as equals, bitch, let's get our life. So he was just living for the fact that I guess I was normal and all this other stuff, and bitch, we got our life and we kickied and we cackled. So that's when I first met her, when I first came in contact with her. So anyway, I came to her, I said, girl, let me put this aside. I said, girl, let me vent to you real quick. I said, because this bitch, I feel like I'm high and I'm drunk and I'm fixing to be reckless. Okay, girl, with reckless abandon. I said, let me just tell it to you, girl. Let me sing it on the mountain to you before I end up saying it to her directly to her face. Because I don't know this bitch. I said, but girl, how the fuck she gonna sit here? I said, bitch, how the fuck this bitch gonna really sit here and carry and act like, oh, you alive? Like, oh my God, like you were, like, again, like we talk about Marian Anderson, bitch. Okay, motherfucking Ella Fitzgerald. Okay, Bessie Smith, girl. Josephine Baker, bitch. She acting like we're serving you like throwback Black History Month tea, bitch. Girl, I just had some sesame sticks, so you have to forgive me. But the point is, bitch, don't see no shade. Stop carrying like it's that old. I said, but the gag of all gags is, bitch, she is so, like, taken aback that the girls in the room were alive when the Spice Girls came out. But the gag was, bitch, I thought she was the oldest girl in the room before that whole conversation came about. I thought she looked hella old. So, bitch, yeah, girl, maybe we are older than you, but which would you rather? To be the youngest girl in the room or to look like the youngest girl in the room? Bitch, yeah, maybe you are 18, but girl, you look about 81. Like, she had, like, these old she had, like, two tied-ass braids over top of her head. And I'm just like, bitch, you got the nerve to sit here and try to act like somebody's motherfucking old, bitch, when you look like a goddamn prune, bitch, a raisin in the motherfucking sun. Bitch, what you're not going to goddamn do is make it seem like all the girls in the room are old and you're the fresh girl, the spring chicken in here when you look like a fried egg roll, bitch. Don't come for me, spring roll, because, bitch, at the end of the day, bitch, you won't like the meal that I'm preparing for you, girl, because it's gonna be very much so tapioca sauce, bitch. You girl, you been not. Girl, you been not. Because she was really trying to carry. I could not take this, bitch. I said, girl, no matter on God, how the fuck she gonna act like? How the fuck this bitch gonna really act But she was really trying it. And so then the girl who everybody thought was 22, she said, girl, no shade. She said, let these girls, because what it was too, is when the girl was carrying, talk about how old the girls were, she was looking at me like, girl, can you believe that they were alive during the Spice Girls? And that's why I rolled my eyes and turned away from her, because I'm like, why are you telling it to me like, can I believe? Bitch, I was also alive during the Spice Girls. But the way she was saying it was like, she thought that we were like the same age. And so when I told the girl, she said, girl, no tea, no shade, she thinks you're younger, because that's why she was carrying with you like that. She said, so girl, let them think what they want to think. She said, because bitch, I got all these girls in here thinking that I'm 22. Girl! I'm gagged. I said, bitch, because it took me like 2 seconds. I said, hold on, bitch. I looked at her and she bust out laughing, bitch. I bust out laughing, girl, and that was the moment that we had, because that shit was hilarious to me. And I granted it was the weed too, but it made me key, because I was like, hold on, bitch, you right, because everybody do think that she is one of the youngest girls in that group. She said, girl, let them think what they want. She said, because bitch, she obviously thinks you're younger. That's why she kept looking at you like, can you believe it? She was like, let her think what she wanted to think. She said, because bitch, I got all these girls thinking I'm motherfucking 22. So I was just gagging, bitch. I said, OMFG. Because, girl, you got me, girl. I wasn't expecting her to say that. I was just trying to vent to her like, bitch, who does she think she is? Trying to make it seem like everybody's so old up in here. When she looked the oldest, bitch. She looked the motherfucking oldest, bitch. So it's like I told you before, bitch. Okay, yeah. If a bitch was 45 or 50 years old, bitch, that's one thing. But, girl, at the end of the day, how you trying to clock her over top of her head and call her old, bitch, when this bitch is doing parkour? This bitch is actually in shape, girl. You're the one who's bent out of shape, girl, busted and disgusted. But, yeah, you got the most to motherfucking say about somebody being goddamn old, bitch, when you look old. Like, bitch, your brain and your heart is that of a motherfucking old person, bitch. You're damn near about to have Alzheimer's, bitch. But you up here trying to clock somebody else's memory, Miss Thing. But, girl, we just scanned your brain, girl, and you have an 81-year-old brain. And it's not like you have an old soul, girl. You just have old materials, bitch. Outdated and outsourced, bitch. Don't try it. I mean, girl, don't try it. Who does she think she is? And then what made it so bad is she was not attractive at all. Like, she looked old and decrepit, girl. Crypt keeper realness, girl, down. Mausoleum tees down. But she got the nerve to try to make it seem like she is so like, oh my God, you were alive during the Spice Girls? Bitch, it looked like you were alive during when we discovered the spices, bitch. Fuck the Spice Girls, bitch. It looked like you were alive when we discovered the spices and herbs, bitch. Okay, girl, thousands of years ago, girl, dated back to the motherfucking Egyptian times and the Great Roman Empire, girl. So don't sit up here and act like you're the spring chicken, because bitch, you look old. Like, and then her fashions were chopped. Like, she was giving you like, and the reason I thought she was old too is because she got an old face. Let's start there. Her hair was old, dry, and brittle. Let's start with that. And then also too, her outfit that she was presenting to the children, girl, how she had a gift wrapped. Girl, remember, oh God, girl, where's my gift receipt? Because I don't like what you brought me. I don't like this presentation what you're serving me, Miss Thing. Because she had like this shirt. It had like I'm trying to describe it. It had like petals, like plants on it. But it was supposed to be like cute, like, no, I don't see it. I don't see it, girl. Okay, but the bottom line, I don't see her. So, girl, yeah, you can bring it and mix it and cut it up how you want. But, bitch, the bottom line is this fabric is cheap, bitch. The pattern is also cheap. So, girl, okay, like, what you trying to say, girl? What you want? What you want? But anyway, girl, I digress. I just want to serve y'all that milk because I thought that was hilarious. That had me rolling. And I know that I was high that night. And I'm probably coming across as high right now, girl. But no, I'm just kidding. Because the more I think about it, girl, the more it's making me go back into that area where I was. Girl, that shit was hilarious, girl. It was hilarious. But for me, I just felt like, girl, I'm gonna serve my Patreon boys and girls this meal because this shit is hilarious to me. For her to sit there and try to act like the whole room is old and she the spring chicken. But everybody in the room look younger than her. Everybody look younger than you. So it's like, okay, girl, yeah, you may be 18, but which one do you want? To be 18 or to look like you damn near 81? Cause she had one in she looked like them girls, and I ain't trying to come for these girls. Okay, so it's no shade. But you know them girls who be born with that condition where they be like 10 years old, but they serve you very much so like senior citizency? She wasn't quite that, but she was as close to being that without being like legitimately decrepit. Because to me, her face was like super droopy. She had all kind of like age lines and stuff like that. Her forehead was like dated, like bitch, like her entire life has just been a hard knock life. That's what she was giving me. And yet, for you to sit there and be like, oh my God, like you were alive? As if to say what? Like, bitch, what you trying to say? Like, if you were alive during the Spice Girls, like you're super old. And bitch, the gag is, bitch, even if the girls were old, bitch, there will never come a time where you will look younger than the girls in this room, because as they get older, girl, you're getting older also, but you already look old. So the older you get, girl, you're just gonna be a senior citizen. When we get older, girl, we're gonna be into our sexy 30s, bitch, our sexy 40s and 50s, bitch, and you're gonna be already into your 90s. Is what I'm saying. So it's like, girl. Just think about how she looked and them faces, how she kept looking at me like, can you believe it? I'm looking at her like, girl, I was also alive during the Spice Girls, so I'm the wrong girl for you to try to kiki about making the other girls feel old, because, bitch, I'm also in the same boat with them girls, so wrong girl. But then the girl was like, girl, let her think what she want. Let her kiki, bitch, because I got these girls thinking I'm 22, bitch. And once I started looking at her, I'm like, oh, I can maybe see how you could be older now that I'm looking at you. But she do got a younger look about herself. But that was a moment we had, because that shit was hilarious. Because especially once I caught it, and he knew I caught it. Because when he said, oh, I got the girls thinking I'm 22, I was like, hold on. It took me like maybe 2 seconds, maybe less than that. But I looked, and then I looked at her, and we both busted out laughing because we both knew what she was going for. Like, bitch, I'm older than what these girls think I am, bitch. No shade, girl. I'm like 35, but these girls think I'm 22, bitch. And I'm not going to correct them, bitch, because why? Let them gag, bitch. Like, if they think I'm younger than what I am, then girl, let them eat cake, bitch. I'm not going to sit up here and break the party up. Girl, if you really think I'm 22, bitch, then let have and give back, bitch, or get back. But I'm not going to correct and be like, girl, no, I'm not 22, I'm 35. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I put 2 gameplays. Either you've seen them or you're going to see them. And it just depends on what uploads first. I know one gameplay is already uploaded. It was a Sims gameplay. There's a League of Legends gameplay that I'm about to upload, universe willing. And then you have this. So you have 3 plates to look forward to, depending on when you're watching this. Or 2 plates, depending on when you're watching this. Either you've already collected your other 2 plates, or you're about to collect your other 2 plates. But listen, before I let you go, I love you guys. Damn, you all mean the world to me like Toni Braxton, and I really hope that you all know that. And I know that you guys know. I'm gonna stop saying it, and I always am gonna stop saying it, but I just need y'all to know how much I appreciate you and what you all have done for me. Additionally, we need to discuss where we want this $150 to go to in terms of a charity. I have some things in mind, but maybe we'll talk about it more on the live show. But I really want it to go to an organization that is a worthy cause, where the money is actually going to the research or to the betterment of whatever the cause is. I can't stand by and donate money to a cause like Susan G. Komen, where they take like 80% of the money and pay like the CEOs and the girls at the top. No, I want my money to go towards the research and the medications and whatever the children need. That's what I want the money to go towards. And then I'm going to do it in our name and in our honor. So we need to discuss that a little bit more to see where the money's going to go to. That being said, I love y'all down. You already know the drill. Via Seblangelik de Galisan, the best will always come through. And as always, until next time, baby, that's all there is.